Triumphs of an OFW, Ainar Abuyu.
I would like to pose to you a question. Were you at the point of your life where you are so successful that you think you cannot fail? Top of the world, and suddenly you were thrust upon a situation and realized you are not up to it. You were exposed, discouraged. What do you do? Ladies and gentlemen, my fellow Toastmasters, allow me to narrate to you my story, the struggles and the triumph of an overseas Filipino worker. Several years ago, I was sent to an interview. And that interview was an opportunity to work overseas. The opportunity to gain big bucks and work in a different cultural setting. And lo and behold, I made it, despite my little experience. That day, I went straight home feeling excited. And I told my mom and dad, "Dad, I'm leaving you." And I could see them sad, at the same time excited. My dad pulled me aside. "My son, are you sure you want to do this? This is a job for a technician, not an engineer like you." "Come on, Dad. I'm good. I'm big enough. I'm an engineer. I can do this. It's time for me to soar." 1 month later, at the departure area of the Manila International Airport, I said to my mom, "Mom, goodbye." He was teary-eyed, and I turned my back. And I went to the departure area and I said, "Freedom!" Freedom from what? From the constant scrutiny of my mom. Day in, day out, she would ask me the question, "Son, what time are you going to go home?" The following day, we arrived at the airport. And then we started the 3 months grueling training. Day in, day out, I began to realize, gee, my experience paled in comparison to the people who are almost my father. I let myself exposed and discouraged. And when the 3 months is over, I went to my living quarters, despondent. Close the door, face at the ceiling. I can't do this. The poignant question of my father came into view, and it pierced into the inner recesses of my soul. "Dad, you're right. I'm not prepared for this." The following morning, I was still reeling for a lack of sleep, and my boss, Sohaimi, called me. "Hey, Boots, I have a job for you. Can you fix this? In 3 days. Where is it?" "Oh, here." Gosh, this is the biggest machine I ever encountered. I only read this in books. And from afar, Jerry, who was twice my age, approached me. "Hey, boss, you look worried." "Nah, it's no big deal. I can handle it." You know, boss, you need to be prepared to learn. Allow people to help you, and be humble enough to admit it. The following night, those were reverberated. I spent 1 day, I had 2 more days to go. The following morning I said, "With all humility of my heart, Jerry, can you please help me?" So he rolled up his sleeve and we went to work. And lo and behold, we were done. Then I asked him, hey Jerry, how can I repay you? He just smiled at me. Once, no big deal. From now on, I will help. 6 months later, my boss called me again. Hey boss, we have another big, crucial fest to perform. Jerry was not there. I had a chance to do it. So I said to him, oh, what the heck? I can do it. So I and 3 of the high officials of the company were there, and I turned the knob. Turn again. Okay guys, I think I need to fix the machine first. Come back tomorrow. So I came back with the Centurion voice and said, hey Bruce, we did the test correctly. I stood down. Oh no, I'm close. I'm really close. It's the end of me. They're going to send me home. So I told them, no, I made a mistake. This is what happened. What did you learn? And I explained to it. Do I keep my job? Of course. People make mistakes. But it's important that you learn. Don't worry. Nobody will ever know. It's between me and you and whoever is up there. They were my constant companion for the next 3 years. And the 4th I decided to leave. And then I asked the question, Jerry, why did you help me all these years? You were humble enough. But I couldn't stand you failing. And I could help you. Doing nothing is fault. What can I do to help to pay you? Just promise me one thing. Do the same to others, and I will be happy. The memories of the sin is still vivid in my mind. The words reverberated. Ladies and gentlemen, are you willing to be humble to believe? And when that person comes, will you be a charity? Of the Spirit.
Have 1 minute of silence for the judges to fill out their ballots.